Greetings! Nick Bocott with Sweetwater here, and today we're going to be looking at this fine guitar on my lap. It's the James Hetfield Signature Iron Cross LTD guitar by ESP. When it comes to powerful, punchy and precise palm muting and ferociously fast down picking, James Hetfield is the undisputed master, not only in the eyes of his fans, but in the eyes of his peers. In fact, to many, myself included, if I can call myself one of his peers, which is pushing it, the title track of Master of Puppets is regarded as the benchmark for that particular skill, down picking in metal. No one does it like him. This great-looking, affordable guitar was made in Korea, and as I've already said, it really is fun to play. Let's take a quick look at the specs and then, more importantly, listen to the thing. First and foremost, it's a set neck construction, mahogany neck, mahogany body with a maple top, ebony fretboard, which gives it a nice snap because it's a harder wood than rosewood, so it gives it that aggressive cut, which is essential for the type of playing you do with this guitar. Also, the headstock, binding, raised LTD and JH, initials of James Hetfield in his own fair handwriting. In fact, the whole guitar has cream binding on it and some nice black detail. The racing stripe here, the iron cross, which is screwed in, making it none more metal. It also has two Het EMG signature active pickups. We'll discuss those more in a minute. And what else does it have? Locking machine heads that lock back here, which is cool. Helps with tuning stability. And talking of tuning stability, Tone Pro's bridge and tailpiece. Nice. Also, if you look closely at the body, it's got the belly cut here, which is nice for big bone people such as myself. And there's also a nice subtle arch to this, making it very comfortable when you're picking. And with this guitar, you do a lot of picking. The scale length is 24.75 inches, and when it comes to the neck profile, it's a thin U, but it's not as skinny as some of the shred guitars. It's got a bit of chunk to it, but it's still very comfortable to play. And the fact it's got a bit of girth makes it nice for those powerful chunking, because you're really gripping that neck. So it's a great rhythm guitar, but make no mistake, it's also a great lead guitar, even with a bad guitar player like me doing lead on it. With regards to the history of the Iron Cross, it's pretty simple and probably well known if you're a Metallica fan. James has a Les Paul Custom from 1973. He was customizing some of his motorcycles. He was putting iron crosses on the gas tanks. He had a spare one, so he put it on the guitar. He liked the way it looked, so he put a racing stripe on it. That guitar, incidentally, is called Uncle Milty. Why? Milton Bill, the comedian. Nothing to do with comedy, but the fact, according to James, it's a burly sounding instrument, so he called it Uncle Milty, because it's burly. Make sense? Cool. Let's look at the controls here. Volume for the bridge pickup, volume for the neck pickup, and a master tone control. So volume, volume, tone. Then we've got a three-way toggle switch which selects the pickups. Down is lead, up is rhythm or neck, in between is both. But what about this bad boy here, huh? What about this? Let's check out and see what this one does, shall we? So you can hear exactly what this switch does. I've gone to a mild sort of AC/DCS crunch as opposed to a saturated one, which is typical of Metallica-esque kind of riffs. So let's play an A, and then we'll switch this toggle and see what happens. Can you hear it? I'll tell you what it's doing. It's the last two words of James's lyrics to King Nothing. Absolutely nothing. It's purely there as a visual piece. James prefers his switches down here. He doesn't like them here, but when he removed this, he didn't think it looked right. It didn't look authentic. It looked like there was a gap there, so he's put that there but it's a vestigial feature. It's the appendix of the guitar, if you will. And if you don't like that, hey, take it up with James if you've got a death wish. As far as I'm concerned, if it's good with Mr. Hetfield, it's good with me. Another thing I should point out is this. When you buy the guitar, it comes with a hard case, and it's actually quite plush inside, so that's a cool bonus. For decades now, James Hetfield has been synonymous with EMG active pickups. His pair of choice, an 81 in the bridge and a 60 in the neck. But in the last decade or so, he's been using passive pickups as well, and he loves the warmth and the punch. So he went to Rob Turner, the guru at EMG, and said, look, can we combine the best of both worlds? I want the attack and the power of the active with the warmth and punch of the passive. So they put their heads together, and after about 20 prototypes, came up with these, and they're really, really good. If you want to find out more, listen. Right, let's hear the thing. So I should tell you what I'm playing through. I'm using a Boss Katana 100 watt head into a Marshall 1x12, the MX112. Do I hear you cry heresy? You should be playing a tube amp. Well, if you want to hear this guitar through a top shelf tube amp such as James would use, watch the Diesel VH4 video because this bad boy's on it. I opened with some typical Metallica-esque crunch and also some lead work. Let's check out the cleans, and we'll start by going to the neck pickup. The chorus and the slight reverb that I've put to hide my awful playing, by the way, they're built into the Katana, so I'm not using any pedals, it's all the amp. So check this out. As you can hear, the neck pickup has a nice, warm, round sound. The bridge pickup, as you'd expect, is more aggressive, has more attack, and it has a nice, tight, low end. So I'm going to flip to the middle position and play some more clean where we can get the best of both worlds. The attack and the bite of this with the round warmth of this. Let's check it out. Not shabby. That gives you a nice variety there. Neck, or combination, or even, if you want, the bridge pickup. And that's just on clean. Now, we've already heard some Metallica-esque crunch and some lead work. Let's listen to some more classic rock crunch by just having a hair of gain, and let's see what this guitar can do on the bridge pickup. A, B, C, D. Yep, it reminds me of Malcolm. That was pretty cool. Has some nice girth and a bite to it. And you can really hear the mix of the active with the passive. So Mr. Turner and Mr. Hetfield, well done. And there you have it, my friend. Short, sharp, and hopefully sweet. If you want to find out more about the Iron Cross, go to Sweetwater's website, or better still, call your sales engineer, and he or she will guide you through all its fine features. Right. I only get out of here by playing something a little bit more Metallica-esque with my meager playing talent, so I'm out of here. See ya!